This just in. There was a massive eruption at the Nevado del Ruiz late last night. Here's Lindsay Drake with more details.
Thanks, Ethan. Last night at around 3 o'clock p.m. local time in Tolima, Colombia, the volcano Nevado del Ruiz began exploding. There was only minor ashfall in towns nearby, but at 11 p.m. the volcano erupted. The ground shook, and water and debris covered the nearby town of Armero. Mud has engulfed most of the city, and death count is rising. Authorities are expected to find around 20,000 dead, a massive portion of the 29,000-person town. Here's Madison with more details on the eruption.
Ash has been rapidly pouring out of the volcano and has been spreading to nearby towns. This ash will result in a cloud cover that can lead to severe storms and a potential for hail, a strange occurrence in this typically warm and humid climate. Already we have begun to experience earthquakes due to the tectonic plates of the earthquake shifting, and will continue for 7 more days after the eruption. Back to you, Ethan.
Thanks, Madison. The eruption this afternoon destroyed 3,400 hectares of agricultural land. Sulfuric dioxide is being released from the eruption and could become sulfuric acid. Flooding is continuing to bring mud into the town, causing mudslides. An order of evacuation for the area was released before the incident, but unfortunately, many are not evacuating. Lindsay has updates on recovery groups coming to the area.
Restor Gear, a Colombian relief team with a name meaning to rise again, has formed to help bring Tolima, Colombia back to its former glory. Restor Gear, along with repairing physical damage and economical damage from this eruption, will be preparing themselves for possible other natural threats. Red Cross was down at the scene of the disaster, and Restor Gear helped identify survivors. The continuing mudflow and lahar are making it difficult to make any sort of repairs on the scene. Some of the survivors of the natural disaster are being sent to refugee camps. Of about 9,000 survivors from Armero, about 1,000 to 2,000 survivors are going. Here are some devastating images from the scene.
As time goes on, the ash I mentioned before will cause overall cooling that can last for years after the eruption. This cooling can affect things like migration patterns for animals and poor crop yielding for the next harvest, a dismal future for those who have survived. And while many aspects of the volcanic activity this morning have been very bleak, there is hope that excess volcanic material and whatever ash falls to earth will mix into the soil, causing the soil to become more fertile. Unfortunately, as time goes on, the specific volcano will not become dormant and will continue to pose a risk for the people of Armero and neighboring towns. One can only hope that warning systems will become better in the future and citizens will heed warnings when asked to leave. I'm Madison Albury reporting for Channel 8 News.